Hello? Can you hear me? Hello everybody, hello. Hello Shadowbeam, hello Dibble, how are you? Hi everybody. I got a little caught up with trying to fix and mess around with my tracking settings because I've been noticing that so I updated the Prism model, which is the custom model I've been using, and the weird thing was that I noticed that first of all, I forgot to open the app, but it kind of messed up some of my sensitivity settings. So I went to go fix that because I felt like my mouth was not moving very much on screen, like the tracking wise. And I know I don't open my mouth very wide when I talk, so it made sense that that was happening, but yeah, it was not moving at all. So please let me know if you feel like it's moving too much or if it's too dramatic or whatever, and I'll make adjustments. But yeah, I got a little caught up. I meant to start 10 minutes ago. But yeah, I just got a little missed. I got a little caught up trying to fix that because I've had Bridger and I've been using Bridger for a while now, but I never really messed around with it very much. So, and I didn't really bother to learn the settings at all. So yeah, it was a little. It wasn't it wasn't really helpful for me to fix because I didn't know how to mess with any of the settings. But now, hopefully the tracking looks a little bit better and looks a little less weird. So how is everyone doing this Friday? Yippee! It's Friday. I'm getting Girl Scout cookies later today, or at least going to go hunt for them. Because so I don't know if y'all know this, but apparently, well, I've known this kind of, but I didn't know that they reduced it. But apparently, there's two bakeries for Girl Scout cookies. There's the banger one and then the not banger one. I don't remember the names of it, but there's a banger one, and they only serve a few areas in the United States now, and I think only 2 major areas in California serve that bakery's cookies now, which is I don't know if you've seen before, but there's 2 distinguishing cookies, at least that I've purchased over time, that distinguish them between each other. There's the good one has Samoas and Tagalongs. The other bakery has Caramel Delights, and I don't remember what the other one is called. Instead of Tagalongs, they call them peanut butter something. Wait, hold on. What are they called? What? Oh, peanut butter patties is what they're called. Yeah, so, if you've ever had the ones that are called Samoas or Tagalongs, that's the banger place. But yeah, apparently they've reduced even more the regions that they cover. But we have access to the good ones, finally, again. And so I'm really excited, because we're gonna go look for them. So I'm kind of stoked. And then I have a Galentine's thing tonight, which I wasn't really sure if I was going to go, for a lot of reasons. I haven't told a lot of people in my program that I'm non-binary, but also I don't know, the whole embracing girlhood, femininity, blah 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 blah. I'm I don't get it. It's not really something that I've had a lot of experience in, or something that I've particularly paid too much attention to. But I'm trying to make friends, and I'm trying to be social, so look at me go, woohoo! Yeah, I love Thin Mints. I am a big fan of chocolate mint. I like mint. I love the taste of peppermint and spearmint. So I'm a big fan of right now, I think Ben & Cherry's has a limited edition flavor called oh my god, fuck, what is it called? It's dark chocolate and peppermint, and it's so banger. Oh my god, I've gotten it twice now. Wait, hold on. Ben and Jerry's peppermint It's not the peppermint. What is it called? Oh, Minter Wonderland. If you like chocolate mint, definitely check that. That shit is so good. I finished 2 containers of it in like 2 weeks. Which is slow for me, by the way. I could probably kill one of those pints in like a day. But I'm trying to be a little bit more moderate with my ice cream intake. But yeah, so conclusion, I really like Thin Mints. And also, if you've never tried freezing your Thin Mints before, do that. Do that. I 1000% recommend them. I 1000% recommend you freeze them. Try freezing them because, oh my god, it makes it so much better. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but it's just so, it's so good. Alright, let me go ahead and, how do I remove this image from this section? Image. How do I ungroup? Oh, there we go. Yeah, Thin Mints, fucking banger. Freeze them. Even better. Even freaking better. But today I have a Vietnamese coffee. It's kind of left over from yesterday because I didn't finish the whole thing yesterday because that's a lot of caffeine that I'm not about to inject into my veins. Oops. But anyway, today we're gonna be drawing some more umamusume photo cards. Yes, they're so much better frozen. We're gonna be drawing more umamusume photo cards for the Uma event that's coming up. And so the next one I'm gonna be drawing today is Almond Eye. And I mentioned this, I think yesterday, but I was like, man, I'm literally drawing Umas that aren't even in the game yet. But like, I don't know. I think it's fine. I think it's fine that they're not in global. I think there's like enough people who like these Umas anyway. Like Almond Eye is a I think, is Almond Eye still racing? Is Almond Eye retired yet? Almond Eye race horse. Is Almond Eye retired? Oh, retired as of, when did it retire? When did Almond Eye retire? Retirement. When did Almond Eye retire? Because Almond Eye won the triple, like, Japanese Triple Crown. And it was also had the world record until last year. Oh, literally 2020. Almond Eye, like, has been around, or, like, only recently retired. I guess not recently, but, like, Almond Eye retired a few years ago, so, yeah. And then Kita-san is in global in the support card, and she has an entire umamusume season. Also, Shadow Babe, have you been okay, we haven't watched any more Cinderella Grey yet, but have you watched any yet? Have you watched any more yet? I'm really happy that we got to introduce umamusume to you. That makes me so happy. So I'm gonna try to figure out what pose I want to do for Almond Eye. I'm not sure yet. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out. Oops, what's this? Oh. Ba-na-na-na. Almond Eye. Ah! Almond Eye. Please let us know when you watch it. I'm very excited to know, like, what you think. I love umamusume. I actually haven't been able to play very much of the game recently, mostly because when time does come around for me to play, it's like usually really late. So I've been basically just doing like one or two runs a day. I don't know if Champions Meet is coming up soon, so it's a little awkward, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm trying to make up. I know it's like I have no time in terms of between now and when CM opens, but I'm trying to make a parent El Condor Plaza, and I made a pretty okay one, but I feel like I could do better. So I'm gonna try to build another parent, and then if I can't do that, then I'll just like fuck it and we just like use what I can, you know. So I feel like I want to do, I don't know, I want to do something with Almond Eye that like feels really like, I want to make her look like she's aura farming, you know? I feel like that makes the most sense to me. I think I showed y'all the thing that kind of inspired me on the pose yesterday, but it's like this artwork by Deli Taco-san, and it's very like aura farming Oshinoko-esque. So I wanna do something like that. But I'm also drawing chibi, so I'm like, how do I do this? So let's just try to freaking figure this out. Ugh. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just like having a good time drawing Umas. I'm actually feeling a lot more relaxed about drawing, cause I don't have to worry as much about like con deadlines and stuff. I do, however, today have to pack and ship a bunch of orders, so I'll do that after stream. I will, and then I'll spoil everything. No! Don't spoil everything! No! Jake will be so sad. Jake will be so sad, because he's like, that's his girl. Ogre Cap's his girl, you know? I forgot which other Umas are getting drawn for this. I know, so I'm doing Kida-san, Almond Eye, and Manhattan Cafe. And I think Tora... Who's Tora drawing? Agnes Tachyon, Rice Shower, and Shovel Grand, and she said if she has extra time, she'll draw McQueen and Ogre Cap. So... Yeah. So, I hope that both of us have time to draw all 5 of the girls we want to draw, but it's not entirely confirmed, you know. It's not like we had tons and tons of time. Okay, how do I want to go about this? I have an idea for Manhattan Cafe, but I really want to draw Almond Eye first. I feel like I haven't drawn Almond Eye at all, so I want to draw her. Okay, I want to watch her animation first, actually. Almond Eye, umamusume, unique. I think she just released.
For the ones who've never seen Almond.
Nope. That is. Where can I see? Where can I see her ultimate? Is it this? Huh? I don't know. Unique skill? Is she not out yet? I thought she was. I thought you could race her. Is it not possible to race as Almond Eye yet? Am I crazy? Huh? Alright, maybe she's not real yet. Maybe I'm silly. And I'm crazy. But I'm gonna pull up her support card art and see if I can find anything. But I think Almond Eye has like a voice line that literally is so crazy that like basically is like, Symboli Rudolph, the only reason why you're a legend is because I wasn't born yet. And I'm like, damn! Is he still winning all his races? Almond Eye is actually a filly. Almond Eye is... What's crazy about Almond Eye is Almond Eye set world records, or like, not world records, but like race records, and like some crazy just records in general, like race-wide and also just career-wide as a filly. So as a female horse, Almond Eye just like completely blew away a lot of people in terms of ability. He's retired as of 2020, or she's retired as of 2020, but Kita-san's kid, Equinox, is currently still active, and also, I think, #2 in JRA all time. Oh, is he still winning all his races? Oh, like he went, I think he had 100% win rate. No. Out of the previous CM, he lost 2 races total. I literally predicted. I was like, you're gonna lose 2 races. And when he lost his second race, he's like, that means I'm gonna win finals, right? I was like, yes, that is what that means. And I think his Ogre Cap had like a crazy like 90-something% win rate. It was insane. It was insane. I don't know how he does that. No, you're good. Good morning, Brad. How are you today? So I'm going to try to figure out how to draw an almond eye. Okay, I think I have an idea. Okay. Let's see. Do you all think the mouth tracking is better? I tried to fix it as best as I can, because yesterday I noticed when I was like going through my VOD, I was like, I feel like the mouth tracking is bad. And I feel like that's always been the case, but I felt like I finally fixed it at some point. But then when I updated the model for the prison model, because they release updates relatively frequently, I realized that it like reset some of the settings, and I was like, god damn it. I feel like every now and then my settings reset, and I don't ever know what to do. Or every time it's like right before stream that I find out, because I don't like open my model really outside of stream. I don't really have a reason to. So it always is a little awkward. I think Almond Eye's like theming is Alice in Wonderland kind of, and it's really cute. I don't know. There's like I don't know what it is, but like the Alice in Wonderland, you know, light blue, white, and red color scheme, like it just hits. I've always been a really big fan of it. It's so like sweet, you know? It kind of reminds me of like, especially the light blue and white gingham pattern. It's like the same shit like Dorothy, you know? Like Wizard of Oz Dorothy and Alice in Wonderland. Like they all have the light blue and white with like a bright red, and it's such a great color combo. I'm such a freaking fan. Hi Studio Riley, how are you? What if I... Just writing, co-working? Ah, what are you writing? What you working on? I'm gonna flip this actually. I want to get back into writing, but I always say that and I never have time to do anything, so I feel like I should just stop coping and thinking I can do shit. and like pretend I have time for shit. Cause I don't. It's a published visual novel. I published a visual novel in May, but I'm writing more of it for an update. Exciting! Oh my gosh! Wait, visual novel? Is it on Steam? Is it on Steam? I love VNs. I haven't really played a visual novel in a hot minute. Oh my god, if you're in the server, can you share it? Or share the name of it? I would love to check it out. I love visual novels. I haven't played one in a while. I haven't really had time to play games off of stream, except like even Uma, I don't really have that much time to play. So I haven't played very many games off stream. I have like one game that I play with Jake and one game that we play as like a small group, but I don't have any single player games that I'm playing right now. And I haven't played a visual novel on stream either. I had a little bit of a crisis because I realized that I really enjoy playing visual novels on stream, and especially doing like the voice acting and stuff like that. And I think a good amount of people do enjoy it. But in terms of like growth and popularity, I think it's like a very small group of people who are like genuinely interested in it. So as much as I love playing it, I don't know how much like I don't know if I would do well streaming it, you know? I'm trying to be like have a balance between streaming what I want to stream and also streaming intelligently, you know? Like being I guess streaming consciously and not just streaming like literally whatever. So that's been kind of my current like background thoughts, you know? I totally get that visual novels aren't big view getters, but they're so fun! Also, hi Rob, how are you? I suggest not playing until the update comes out later in the year because it'll have voice acting. Exciting! Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like, I really enjoyed playing, Valhalla and Coffee Talk, but... And also, like, Date with Death and all these visual novels that I played on stream, but in terms of, like, viewership, I have the highest retention during visual novels, but the lowest viewership count, you know? Like, lowest CCV, which is, like, fine. But, I'm trying to, like, narrow the scope of what I stream. And I think as far as, like, visual novel type things go, I'll probably just stick to, like, Nikkei Story because I think it's a pretty good balance and of both things. So, that's my one exception, and partially the reason why I can do that is because it's, like, a gacha game. But, yeah, it's really hard to balance, yeah, the, like, streaming what you want to stream and also streaming what does well. Because I think at the end of the day, as much of a like variety gamer I am personally, I don't know if I would say inherently that I'm like as much of a variety streamer. I like to think that I'm like an art streamer who plays games sometimes, you know? I think that's how I view myself. And maybe not everyone who views me like that, but I think that's how I would probably try to describe myself at the very least. That's a good strong distinction. I hope so. And the games I tried to play, I'm trying to like be selective and still play within like kind of certain categories when I do stream games and not just streaming anything. Save for like collabs, for example. I think collabs, like there's a lot of friends love out there that like we all like playing, and so I'm more than happy to stream those things with friends. But like aside from that, like single player wise, I'm trying to keep what I play narrow. It's a Yuri visual novel. I'll have to get in your Discord and post it when the update comes out. Sounds good. Oh my god, I think Yuri visual novel would go so far in the Discord. Just saying, we have a lot of Yuri enjoyers. As a viewer, I find myself tuning into art streams, but fun watching my artist stream and play games. Yeah, I think it's also just really interesting too, because I think art streams have a certain vibe to them. And games definitely have a very different vibe. And I think for people who, you know, watch me regularly would definitely say that's the case, especially for me. Although I don't think that the difference is as dramatic, because I think I just yap so much on art streams anyway that, like, the way that I play games is just louder more than it is different in any other way. Art streams, bro, they're yap streams, they're so funny. I just yap the whole time. But I've actually gotten pretty decent about like getting work done while I'm streaming still, you know? Like, I think when I talk to some friends who used to be art streamers but kind of converted over to streaming games primarily, they were like, yeah, art streams, they're just basically just chatting streams. I don't even know why I put the art there. It's just on the screen, and like I'm not really getting anything done, and blah 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 blah. And honestly, like the viewership is not great compared to when they play games. And I was like, that's so interesting, because like, you know, people like me and people like Kuno, for example, art streams definitely do fine, right? And I think I probably talk more than him, honestly. My yapping is a little too strong, but yeah, I think that like it just depends, I guess. I think there are certain expectations that come with streaming art, and if you just fit the specific mold, then I think people would, like, unfortunately it's like the whole, if you're like a variety streamer, it's a dime a dozen, and I think that's unfortunately the case too with art streams. So I think when you think about what sets like big art streamers apart from others, other than just like skill, for example, it's how they handle their streams. Earl King Vander, I'm not doing any requests today. Sorry about that. I also don't know what Heathcliff is. But yeah, that was just like, I think something that I've been trying to understand better for myself, but also just to be curious. Oh, yay, yippee! Just to be curious about like my hobbies in like a more in-depth way is, this sounds so silly. This sounds like, God, Miao, you're such a fucking nerd. It's like studying what does well, not just for myself, but other people. And also, I think this is maybe because I have like big marketing brain, right? So it's like, what do you have? What do I have, or what does so-and-so have that sets them apart compared to anyone else in their category? What makes them stand out, and what makes them do well? Because, you know, things like your model or your category only do so much, right? So then it matters a lot about your personality, your stream style, and all that stuff, right? So like, what sets people apart? And I think that's something that, like, if for any streamer, it's something good to think about, because it'll help you better define your niche. So yeah, food for thought. It's good. Oh yeah, it's fun checking trends in general market research. Yeah. And also, I think it's just a good way to grow and learn. And I mean, like, I think in terms of like business, right? People like view it as checking out competition and whatnot, but I don't even view it that way. I think of it more like as like, I don't know what the phrase is, but like, I don't want to call it soul finding, because I don't think that's what it is. It's more like helping you define yourself better, right? Like, if you view something and you watch something and you're like, that doesn't really fit me, then you're like, okay, then you can kind of like catalog that away when you watch somebody and you're like, I like this thing that this person does, but not this thing. And I think this thing is like very captivating, but I'm not sure about this one, right? Like, those type of things is ways that you can kind of catalog into your brain what you want to integrate into your own streams, and I think that's really helpful. Excuse me. I run some social media accounts for some orgs, so I have to pay hard attention to it, but thank God I like doing it. Rav, I wish you all the luck. As a retired social media manager of I don't even know how many years. Oh God, 6 years? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 years? Ooh. 5 years? Question mark? I'm a social media manager of like I'm a retired social media manager of 5 years. I hope you have a good work-life balance. That's all I will say. I think social media management is one of those jobs that can really suck you in to not having the greatest work-life balance, because it's so easy to just have access to your phone and your work at all times. Like, I got so incredibly I don't want to say obsessed, but I got very stressed about my phone all the time when I worked in social media management, because it was like I felt like I always had to be online. I always had to be on top of things in order to even do well and to perform well. And if I even slacked off for a moment, that could mean like missing something big, right? Or like losing out on an opportunity. And so even though I was like checked out, or like not checked out, like off the clock, I still had notifications for the business accounts on my phone, and so I'd still get the notifications. And it's like, part of it too is like, especially if you work for like a startup, there's somewhat of an expectation for you to be doing that, right? Like there's an expectation for you to be online, to be able to come in the next day and immediately pick back up. Or if like you just need to do like hit a quick post or hit a quick reply on something for timeliness, like that's also something to consider. And it's like you sometimes do that like quote unquote off the clock, especially as someone who is like, when I initially started, I wasn't salaried, I was hourly, and so it became a little bit tricky. When you're salaried, there's not, you can like have off the clock, but then also like, you know, it's like you're salaried, so like your hours are a little bit more flexible and all that stuff. So yeah. Like all things in life, you get a balance. In terms, I run in teams though, so definitely not soloing. We run almost everything by each other and have like general consensus for action plans. Ah, okay. Yeah, I guess. Both times when I was doing student org social media management, in basically both instances, I was like the lead or like the director. So I didn't really have the same opportunity as like, you know, my team did in terms of being off, because I had to be available for anybody who was on, basically, right? Even if I wasn't like actively doing something, I had to be available in case they like wanted to do something, right? And I gotta say, one thing that I do miss about being in esports is I really do love all the people that I worked with. I think everybody who I've worked with in esports has been so incredibly helpful and nice and supportive, and all really talented and hardworking people. So I'm really happy that I was able to be a part of that space for so long. But it also meant if I was like managing these people, it was a lot. Was past tense was. Exited in like 2019. Yeah, I was actively working in esports and gaming until my active years. Okay, actually, what were my active years? Hold on. I was in esports from like 2018 to 2021, and then from 2022 to 2024, I think. This was like more gaming, and this was esports specifically. Yeah. 2015 to 2019 for me? Yeah. We have a Gorillion moots now. It's always so crazy. There's a lot of people that I used to work with that are doing big things now and like, you know, work for big companies, and I'm really happy for them. Like I have a lot, like my previous mentor for esports social media literally works at Riot now. She works for the Valorant team, and so I'm like, wow, that's so crazy, not relatable. Esports is way too small in terms of network. Tell me about it, bro. Tell me about it. Holy. They're so... I feel like I know everybody, you know? Like, one way or another, I feel like there's just so much overlap. Also, Meadow, it's not my birthday, but it's my birthday month. Getting closer. Will you be here on my birthday? Mentor works for the PR lead at Bandai. Last I checked on her, jump ship from Asus, Gigabyte, and Blizzard, if I recall. Honestly, wait. Okay, no, I'm probably. I'm no. No, I doubt it. I'm like sitting here like my gears are turning. I had not a mentor. She wasn't a mentor for me, but she worked at Asus Gigabyte, or Gigabyte Oris, sorry. And I actually know someone who works there now, who's in my program. And so I was like, hey, do you know so-and-so? And they're like, I don't know. I don't think so. I was like, I don't think they work there anymore, but they left at this time. He's like, oh, I was working there during this time too. I'm trying to think of who that could be. And I can't really think about it. And I'm like, oh, my worlds are colliding. No, surely it's not the same person. Surely it's not. Actually, it's actually unironically highly likely that it is. Maybe the same person if it was like esports adjacent. Oh god. That would be crazy. Does the word cat mean anything in this context? No. But I also don't know her tag. I just know her name. Like her actual name. Okay. Yeah, I'm the cat here. The funniest prank would be that if you missed my birthday. No, update. Also, hi Tora. I've adjusted my birthday for my VTuber to be a day before my actual birthday, like how I've been having it, because I always celebrate my VTuber birthday the day before anyway, or celebrate my birthday on stream the day before my actual birthday, because I'm like, I want to celebrate with stream, and then I obviously have like other stuff that I'm gonna be doing on my birthday. And so I was like, why don't I just make my VTuber birthday the day before my birthday? So, Meadows, my birthday is on the 20th, which is a Friday. So you have to be there. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. If I don't see you, we're banning you. Just kidding. But be there. I have literally, for the first time since I started streaming, not made any plans. I don't know what I'm gonna do on my birthday. I don't know what I'm gonna do on my birthday, guys. I made 0 plans. I haven't talked to anybody. I haven't been like, hey homies, wanna be on stream with me? Or anything. I'm just gonna sit. Guys, this is gonna be a real representation of my birthday, okay? All by myself, in my room. Just me, hanging out, talking to myself, and all alone with all my friends, as in nobody. Nobody will be here. It's okay. I had a birthday once. Only once? What happened? If you're inviting for shenanigans, invite Pastel and the gang like we celebrated. Yeah, of course. I have actual plans for my birthday. I've convinced my friends that I want to do omakase sushi for my birthday because I haven't done omakase since Japan. So I want to do omakase. Yes, sushi. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't, aside from that, I have not made plans. I have a few friends flying in because February is actually very, very hectic for my friend group because several of us have birthdays in February. I remember one time we went to, oh my god, actually I feel like this, because it's like this, our group of friends who have all birthdays like in February, it's really silly because we all freaking love sushi. So I think last time we were talking about this, it was literally, we went to sushi and there was 5 of us, okay? It was me, Jake, and 3 other friends. And we were like, hey, it's our birthday, by the way. And they're like, whose birthday? And we're like, everybody here but Jake. Everybody but here's birthday is, we're here celebrating all of our birthdays because they're all within like a month and actually like literally like a week between each other. So they were like, oh, so everybody here gets cake except for him, right? And they point to Jake and I'm like, funny enough, he's probably gonna get my cake because I probably won't eat it, but like I haven't celebrated a birthday on stream in 2 years because I share the date with my IRL day and I end up very hungover that week. See, that's why that's why I decided to move it, because I was like, I never am actually celebrating my birthday on my birthday as the VTuber. So I was like, okay, I'll just switch it. I'll just make it the day before, because like realistically, I can't do the day after. That's gonna be doomed, I think. So the day before is the strat. So I'm trying that out. My friend is actually busy for once and I'm not bored. I just want my weekends back. That was me. That was me like last month. January was really hectic for me. I felt like I didn't have January. It was really hectic for me, and then I like finally feel like I got time to myself. I actually thought the Galentine's things with my friends was gonna be tomorrow, and I was like, my weekend, my Terraria day, no! And they're like, no, it's, Miao, you're fucking stupid. It's Friday, and I'm like, huh? My ability to know days is so bad. I have like negative concept of time. I haven't celebrated birthday on stream because I don't stream, and especially not my birthday. See, that's fair. I think it's cute when like people have, you know, actual birthdays for their VTubers that aren't aligned with their own. But like, I don't think I could do that. Like, have the double celebration, like, actually in 2 different times. I probably would not be able to fucking remember, honestly. And also, like, I don't know. Like, for me, I'm just Miao. Miao is me. I have a VTuber persona, but at the end of the day, I'm just Miao. I started streaming because I started streaming as a VTuber because, I just wanted to draw on stream more without people. I don't know. When I think about when I was a flesh tuber, I was like a little unhappy about the audience I had, because it was very obvious the reasons why half the people were there, and so it wasn't my favorite. So when VTubing became like, you know, more available and popular back in like 2020, I was like, oh, I can do that. Especially because I was a VTuber mama anyway, and I was like, what if I just made my own VTuber? So that's what I did! And then I streamed as like a little chibi guy for a really long time. FleshTuber's a new word for me. I mean, I could say face cam streamer. I can't say cam streamer because that means something else entirely, okay? So FleshTuber, I think, is like the easiest thing to say. Also, okay, honestly, FleshTuber makes so much sense to me because when I was in esports, when we were trying to distinguish between esports and like quote-unquote real sports, instead of saying real sports because that feels derogatory towards esports, although esports is a derogatory word, I will say now, we would call it esports and flesh sports. So FleshTuber and VTuber make a lot of sense to me, okay? We'd always call them flesh sports. And like, because we can't even say like contact sports, right? Because not all flesh sports are contact sports. Like tennis isn't a contact sport unless unless you try really hard, right? Flesh sports is a new word for me. Yeah, like, I don't know. My circle's always called them flesh sports. Physical, by the way? No. Physical? No. No. No, it's flesh sports. Flesh sports. Because you're playing with people. Okay, but like physical is like 3 syllables, okay? Esports is 2 syllables. Flesh sports is 2 syllables, okay? Sports can only get one additional syllable to match esports, okay? So what are we gonna call it? We're calling it flesh sports. Playing with flesh? Ooh, I don't know how I like that. E-sports, capital sport. That's a mood down. Don't say that. That's like the we had to. I remember when in college when we opened when we finally convinced administration to actually like sponsor our esports teams and like adopt whatever the word is esports into like the actual athletics program. We had to basically give them like training. We're like, do not write it like this. If you write it like this, nobody will take you seriously. Do not write it like this, okay? Yeah, it's just, it's all the same caps, okay? Like, please. Flesh sports, it's in the game. See, I feel like Español portas de español. I don't even know how do you say port in Spanish. How do you say port? I don't even know. That sounds like in my college we legit gave administration the freaking seminar in terminology. Luckily, our representative, or not like our representative, but like our, what are they called? What the fuck are they called? Our advisor is like pretty young and was like into games too, so he didn't require like any like training on that, but it was more so like training the dean and stuff like that. Deportes? No, that's not. No, it's puerto. Puerto is así. Deportes is like literally to deport. Ports. I don't know. Oh, no. I guess, yeah, if it's plural. Yeah, deportes. Yes. And then, like, deportes is to be deported. Or, like a command. We were building an esports arena, endorsing it financially. Yeah. That's the same with us. I have some very funny stories back when I was in esports. Back when I did, like, especially when I was in collegiate and amateur leagues. That shit was so funny. And it's always really silly whenever I tell someone, like, oh yeah, you know, I did esports. And they're like, oh, what games do you play? And I was like, funny enough that you say that. Because I was working admin in esports, I actually played less video games once I joined esports. Because I no longer had time! game. I was like studying to go into healthcare and mid esports. Y'all think I had time to play video games? Hell no. I wish. I freaking wish. I coached for my college esports club. I was not good enough for that. I was not nearly good enough to coach at all. My highest rank in a video game is Masters in Pokemon Unite, and then second is Diamond in TFT. Those are my highest ranks in games, I think. I don't think I played too many competitive. Ended up the marketing director for a small convention we ran for like 2 years. COVID killed the momentum. Rav, I gotta say, because I know too much, I think I'm having the fucking the X-Files music playing in my head, and I know I'm putting together your life story, and I can accidentally stalk you mentally. The timeline is timelining for me right now. It's too funny. I should cap it on it on street, out of stream. Not gonna lie, sounds like yeah. I'm super down. I don't talk too much about like my days in esports and in gaming, because I'm trying to figure out how to say this, because I don't want to say like I hate esports or I had a bad time. I had a handful of bad experiences, especially towards the end. But I'm still very happy I did it, you know? Does that make sense? I think there was just like a handful of experience that made me like just want to move on with my life and like close that chapter. But I don't view it as me like rejecting gaming as a whole, like the gaming space. I think my biggest problems, honest to God, with esports, and I've talked to actually a lot of people about this, like friends who are ex-Riot or currently Riot and stuff, and the biggest problem with esports is, yes, you can say it's funding, but the real reason why is because it's very political or like bureaucratical in esports. And so the problem is you have two camps of people. So this is my opinion, okay? And it's a little more complicated than this in reality, but like the best way to explain the current situation with esports is that you've got like really passionate gamers, right? And then you have like sports boomers with funding. And like these two people are the ones running esports. The problem is that these people are boomers, so they lack the cultural competency of like basically interacting with gamers, right? And then these gamers have like the cultural part down, but these people have this do not have the social part down. Of the cultural part. These people have the funding. So then they have the power. But these people lack the experience. So, if you shove all this together into esports, you get a shit show. You actually just get an absolute shit show. Because, basically, there's so much power conflict and power problems that nothing is done efficiently, nothing is done right. And the thing is, esports is a unique thing, and it's not treated like that. it's not treated in a, it's treated like a hybrid of gaming and real sports, and that's not quite where to go with it, right? And I talked to a friend a lot, actually, very recently about this, and we talked a lot about ways that esports failed to monetize beyond sponsorships, and we just had like a really, really long, nice conversation about it, because basically the problem is this part and this part conflicting on like a monumental level, and then obviously this part and this part being like really difficult. A lot of people who went into esports were really passionate gamers who had not a single lick of experience in live events, in like basically like live events, sporting, and any of these things, that they weren't able to actually put together something that is lasting, you know? The problem is capitalism. It's honestly more complicated than that, and I wouldn't even say it's capitalism is the problem. It's just really poor planning and long-term planning for monetization and sustainability. I don't think it's a capitalism problem inherently. I mean, yes, it's a capitalism problem in the sense that like there's money involved and there's like exchange and stuff, but I don't think that's the real problem. I think that's like I think it's a very deeply entrenched problem from the source of where esports was born, you know? This is very succinct and to the point. Yeah, I think that's the easiest way to explain it. Definitely a lot of the motion we're trying to push gets held back by the people with the actual money not willing to take the chances. Also because they're like, well, this is worth this way when we did it with real sports. It's like, well, this is not quite real sports. But I also understand there are aspects of real sports that need to be integrated better into esports that aren't done, right? Because like the thing is like people basically a lot of this section here goes far too much into like the neat territory, and then this one goes too far in the sports territory, and then that's not really what you want. In 2015 to 2019, esports has a big push, not gonna lie. A lot of things are moving. Overwatch League was just starting out, but showing off how much money can be put into production, etc. There's a lot of layers. Do not get me fucking started on Overwatch League, okay? Overwatch is where I started. Overwatch is where I started in gaming and esports, okay? I want to strangle in Minecraft Overwatch League production, because I think they fumbled the ball so hard in so many ways. They had the foundations for something great and made it pointless. What do you mean? The New York Excelsior, is that what their name was? The New York team was all fucking Korean. What the? Why? How are you going to have regional pride if none of your motherfuckers are from that region? Why even make regions at that point? You're just trying to make like regional pride without actually putting any region shit in it. Like, what's the point? They didn't put import laws in until way too late. Did they not learn from League? Did they not learn from League at all? Like, I don't get it. That's why, see, here's the thing, is that Overwatch League saw Worlds and was Overwatch World Cup and was like, all right, we're gonna take this, we're gonna take the regional thing that Overwatch Worlds that does really well, and we're gonna take the thing that like sports does really well, and we're gonna put it in Overwatch League. But then, you know what we're gonna do? Is we're not gonna make any of it matter. What? Why? What the fuck? Like, why'd you fumble the ball so hard? Ugh. Like, you just lost every single semblance of brand power you could have had. I don't know. Ugh, it was so rough. I get so fired up thinking about this shit. Cause I still have friends working in esports, you know, and all that stuff. And so, like, I think a lot about this shit, cause I'm like, it's just rough right now. I did camera operator work, and I really wanted to work on the production set at the Blizzard/Overwatch Burbank for a while. I was really lucky because I got to go to Overwatch World Cup when it was held at in Burbank. Funny enough, this was probably the first time I was in the same building as IPN, but I had no fucking idea because I didn't really care about EU teams. So, yeah. Yeah, and so like, you know, I talked actually with IPN about this too because we talked about how like, you know, a lot of these really fumbled in terms of like this shit. And like, you know, things like Fortnite and like free-for-all, like BR games that don't have teams inherently, these can do well because instead of rooting for like a team, you're rooting for a person and you're like, damn, that person's from my city, yeah, let's fucking go, right? Like, so you can inherently root for a person, but then when you have a team full of people that like are from different areas, like you no longer have like a sense of regionalism. Fork and knife. Yeah, that's why things like Fortnite, Worlds did really, really well. Last event I worked was DreamHack Anaheim 20. You worked at DreamHack Anaheim? Rav? 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 I'm starting to wonder. How many times have we run into each other before we even knew each other? I too was working DreamHack Anaheim. I too was. I actually was tabling, but a lot of my friends were all staying together, and we were all staying together, and several of them were literally just running off sponsored Red Bull the whole event. Because they were like, cause apparently none of the like full-time staff knew what the fuck they were doing. So all the collegiate students. Oh yeah, it was Monster. Oh, actually, wait. Okay, yes, sponsored Monster, but also because we had teams competing, our teams were sponsored by Red Bull, so they had both. They were actually in rotation. It's like, you know, like when you rotate Advil or like ibuprofen and acetaminophen, and you like fucking rotate them off like 6-hour cooldowns instead of 8-hour cooldowns. That's the shit that my friends were doing. Monster and Red Bull back to back, because they were like trying to stay awake for these insane fucking shifts. Like I literally. Like, we're all college students, and then these motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they're doing. So I would have a friend he was not supposed to be doing any like lead type work, but this guy ended up with a walkie-talkie and was like, when he was on his break, I hear the walkie go off and they're calling him, and he's like, I have to go put out a fire now, and I'm like, why do you have a staff walkie? He's like, oh, the guy who was managing this team didn't really know what he was doing, and I was helping, and then he was like, oh, here, just take this, you should bleed now. And it's like, excuse me, what? You just handed the event staff. I was the fire photographer that video at the land. Yeah, and I'm like, poor friend of mine who's like not even nearly supposed to be doing that shit, and yet, oh my god, that literally reminds me. Okay, so fun fact about the land shit. On my first live event ever, somebody assigned me to put together all of the PCs for Overwatch, for the Overwatch tournament, and I had at this time in my life never put together a PC, and they trusted me to put up 10 PCs by myself, and they found out after, and We did what? We had you put together all the we thought you knew how to. We thought you put together PCs before, and I was like, no. I did it fine, and they're like, they went to go check, and they're like, you even plugged the monitors into the graphics card instead of the motherboard. Look at you go, and I'm like, I'm doing it, yippee, I'm useful. But then I also got in trouble for not telling anyone that I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, I was just trying to get the shit done, okay? You told me to do something, I went to go do it, okay? At that point in time, I didn't even own my own PC. But like also, it wasn't like building the PC, it was just setting up all the peripherals and shit. So it wasn't like building the PC from scratch. But I did end up building my own PC like a year later. I built 2 PCs this year already and like 11 last year. Holy shit. One of my friends likes building PCs a lot. But I have not really... I've only built I only built my first PC, and then after that I was like, I think I'm okay. I have a friend who really loves building PCs, so I just let him build my Miao machine, my current Miao machine. Got any spare RAM? No, I actually paid my friend who built my PC in RAM. This was a few years ago when RAM was cheaper though. I live reasonably from Micro Center, so my friends just send me money and a source parts and build it for them. Yeah, that's basically my friend. He just really enjoys building PCs, and so he's like, I think he built Jake's PC, and Jake has like a Terraria PC. It's really sick. I wish I had pictures. Maybe I can ask him to send me a picture of his PC. Can you send me pic of your PC, lol. Yeah. So I have a friend who just really enjoys building PCs, and I have a few friends who enjoy building keyboards too. So like basically my first keyboard and my first built keyboard and my first PC I built myself, and then after that I was just like, hey homies who like doing these things, who wants to do this for me? So yeah. For DreamHack Anaheim, I ended up earning the best volunteer award category they made. You probably saw me crashing out multiple times on the weekends. That's probably true. I want to get into building keyboards in this economy. You want to get into building keyboards in this fucking economy? That's daring. You wanna... I don't even... My Miao machine is a few years old now. Actually, how old is my Miao machine? Miao machine is... maybe coming on 5 years now? Well, no, maybe 4 years? I had it built a little after COVID, I think. After lockdown. The hobby was always expensive, but now it's prohibitively expensive. Yeah. When my previous my most recent keyboard broke, I was like, what do? And luckily Kuno had an extra keyboard, and he was like, here, take this. I don't care about keyboards anymore. And I was like, yippee! My PC's from 2017, but I've been Frankensteining it every 3 to 4 years, so I just got a 4090 in like last year. So, fun fact, my very first PC was actually a mini ITX that I won from a raffle for like a volunteer raffles, yeah, like the basically staff raffles. And so it was like, it fit in a tote bag, but it was basically not really flexible to be like, you know, change out the graphics card to something more powerful and all that. Like it can only fit a single fan in there and all that, like a single fan graphics card and whatever. So I ended up upgrading it eventually. It was actually, if anybody remembers, if anyone was here back in the day, I'm sure Brad, you remember this, when I tried to play Elden Ring on stream, and then my screen just started flashing red and black and blacking out randomly because my poor little PC was attempting to run this freaking monster of a game and stream at the same time, but it became impossible, and then I had to take some time off from streaming just to get a new PC built. And then I never touched Elden Ring again. Hi Doug, thank you for the Hydra Stretch and Save redeems. My 4090 is the size of a mini ITX case. The thing is a fucking boat. Jake's PC is like is the biggest mid-size tower, I think. I have a pretty decently sized mid-size tower, but it's not like full size. Full-size towers are fucking massive. That shit could eat me alive. I could probably fit in there. That's a carry-on suitcase. Actually, that's a checked luggage. Not even a carry-on. That's just checked luggage. Yeah, I would like to upgrade some parts on my PC, but it's not really the time to do so. I think I have a 3070 in my PC right now, if I were to guess. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I have, 34 or 64 RAM? I think I have, or 32 or 64, I don't remember. I think my friend who built it put in 32 because at the time they were like, it's really unnecessary, but then I did it anyway because I was like, I'm gonna have to eat so much RAM doing what I do. And they're like, yeah, that's true. Out of everyone in the world, like, because you do art and you stream and you run, like, at the time I was still like doing some esports shit, so they're like, oh, you know, you do photo editing and video editing, you're gonna need all that RAM. And I was like, yeah, I'm so glad I upgraded my PC last Black Friday. Yeah, that's very smart to have done that, especially because this shit is so expensive now. Stupid AI bullshit backed up the market through 2027 and it's not even fair. Yeah, I know. It's so silly. You know, I'm gonna say something, because, you know, I am of the boat, you know, that not all generative AI is bad, because, like, if you think about it, you know, a lot of things are very helpful that come out of Gen AI, right? As in, like, a lot of cancer research has been helped by it, and all this stuff, and something that I've actually learned more recently, and gotten to experience more recently because of school, is, yeah, see, like, there's a lot of really good things that come of it, but, like, the disability assistance for AI is really helpful. Like, as somebody who struggles with a lot of things, one of the accommodations that they gave me was a screen reader, and if anybody's used a screen reader that's built into your computer before, you know that it can only read, like, text strings, right? Like, actual strings of text, and cannot read, like, an image, for example, or, like, a scanned PDF, and so it becomes really difficult, right? And so you can use AI to help do screen reading for you, which it's essentially like local AI, and it can recognize and read words for you, which is honestly really helpful in terms of, like, for disability. And so, you know, it makes me sad that generative AI has this insanely horrible reputation because people are using it stupidly when it could be used for such, like, useful purposes and helpful purposes. I'm generally a supporter of AI as a tool for, like, medical differentials or research, like genome sequencing or other applications, but it has no place in art. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, why are we using it for things that we don't need it to be used for? Like, that's the part that I just don't get. Like, you know, there's just, like, yeah, I don't know. There's, like, so many things in life that could use the help, but instead we're using it for stupid shit. Like, why? I mean, I know why, but, like, why? I just accept all the OCR technology, which has been around for decades, and it's been yoinked and replaced with these LLMs because they want to jam it into everything. AI is great, but when utilized towards a bunch of things, unfortunately is used for what it is. Yeah, and I mean, there are people out there that are using it responsibly and for, like, good things. But the thing is, like, because there's so much access and whatnot. Like, a lot of people are not using it for things that are particularly helpful. Reading that something doctors can get like 70 to 80% accuracy on cancer diagnosis. What the hell? The AI tool diagnosis shoot up to like early night. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So baby Miao before decided to go into health admin was actually going to go into health research, specifically cancer research and genome sequencing for cancer research, and really wanted to work on CRISPR, like so bad. And now like Miao now looks back at baby Miao and was like, it would have been like, man, I think baby Miao would have had a really good fucking time using the tools available now, because like CRISPR was already so life-changing, and now CRISPR with the help of like AI is like has so much insane potential, and yet we're doing it to fucking make your coworker look like a Simpsons character. Like, why? I don't get it. Yeah. So it's really interesting too, though, because my campus has like an AI policy that it's not like, it doesn't forbid students from using AI or anything like that, but it's like you have to use it responsibly. Like, you have to cite, if you even use like what is it called, like Grammarly, or basically any kind of AI tool for even just like proofreading or whatever. And honestly, I think that's the healthier way to go about things than outright banning, because again, like, I'm also of the stance of, if you ban something outright, people will just do it more. It will begin to have a like forbidden appeal factor to it that people want to like take advantage of. So that's like the one big harm in trying to ban AI as a whole in schools. And I think schools just need to be teaching students to be responsible with it. Yeah, and you can't ban it. Like, realistically, at this point, you just have to teach people how to be responsible with it. I tell my students that they're free to use LLMs to polish their writing, but I ask for a before refinement version of their work. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, our campus requires you to cite if you used AI for anything. Like, it's like, oh, you used it to do X, Y, and Z. Like, oh, I used it to double check my sources. Or I used it to do this thing. Enforcing a ban costs resources in this regard, and not a course of programs are willing to allocate for it. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know. I think it's like we were saying earlier, like everything in moderation, right? So, yeah. And like, I think people are rightfully like on the side of like wanting to ban AI or unethical use of AI because of basically they lack or people have lost faith that people will be able to be respectful in ways. But like, I think I am of the camp of people who will keep trying to, how do I say, like, push that, you know, something like banning things is not inherently the solution that we think will work the way it does, unfortunately. Our university still has many faculty members who do not agree with its use. We are trying to develop a university-wide policy that balances faculty flexibility and academic freedom. Oh, yeah, I actually appreciate, I mean, the AI policy is a lot more robust than what I'm giving. I'm giving like the basically like the skim of it, right? But I actually think our campus's AI policy is very smart and one of the best that I've been able to see at least. And yeah, I do think that there should be something out there. There has to be something that works. I like the citing rules for sure. Yeah. The citing rules is like very, I mean, to me that just makes sense, right? It's like you would cite any source that you use, and even if you're using AI like as like a grammar check, you know, and normally you wouldn't cite AI in here, or you wouldn't cite like using like the grammar tool in like Word or whatever. Like if you're gonna run your whole ass paper through something, like, you know, it's just good practice. It's just good practice. Also, I'm like sitting here trying to figure out how to fucking not make it look stupid. Like not make ARM look stupid on Chibi. Just started going back to school for programming, and yeah, our AI policies briefly explain every step that AI was used in your workflow. Yeah, that's basically what it is too. It's like if you use it, cite it and explain your use of it. I don't have water. One second, guys. Let me go grab water. I'll be right back, actually. I only have coffee, which is probably not the play. Hello, I have returned. Okay. Oh, I see Brad has left. Wah. Hello, Maria. How are you? Does this look silly? I'm kind of copying, like, or not copying, but I'm like taking her support card art and then also the like Oshinoko eye pose. I can't. It doesn't really make sense to try to move her arm up more because I think in terms of chibis, like it doesn't really make sense. I can't make it like, you know, perpendicular. Drawing Kita-san? I'm drawing Almond Eye right now. Kita-san was the first one, but now we're gonna draw Almond Eye. We're doing like different photo cards for a Uma event. Oh, if actually, Tora, are you here? Do you want to send? Do you want to send the info to the Uma event that we're tabling at? Me, all I know is that it's from 12 to 6 on the 28th. The Lunar Uma New Year's thing? Is it in Santa Anita? Westminster. It's not the horse race. Yeah! I think it's something Garden Mall. But I'll be there. We're gonna have Uma photo cards. Yippee! So we're gonna do Uma Gacha. It's gonna be Kita-san, or I'm drawing Kita-san, Almond Eye, and Manhattan Cafe, and then Tora has Agonist Tachyon, Rice Shower, and I don't remember the last one. Who was the last one? Tachyon, my wife. Actually, she's Manhattan Cafe's wife. Oh, Cheval Grand. Cafe is my wife's wife? Oh, she does have 2 hands. That's fair. That's fair, that's fair. Okay. Dude, I'm like, my brain trying to figure out Almond Eye's outfit. Asian Garden Mall in Westminster. Oh, is that where it is? Okay, I actually know. I actually know. I've actually been there before. That's so funny. Yeah, that's Tora. Yeah. Tora, my princess. My princess. Princess. Princess is so talented. Everybody, commission Tora to draw your Oshi. Membership? Membership? Let's fucking go. Huh. I also have a Pomu sign. Yeah. I don't like how I did this. Okay, wait. There's not a lot of contrast between her. If anybody walks into my office right now, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna show you what my fucking screen looks like. My second monitor, This is my second monitor, by the way. If anyone just walks into my office right now, they're just gonna see this. Because my body is blocking my drawing tablet and my main monitor, but my second monitor is very easily visible from the door. So if Jake walks in, he's just gonna see Almond Eye's boobs. And I'm not sorry. I am not sorry, ever. Yeah, Meow drawing boobs again. What's new? What's fucking new? Honestly, this is not even worse than when I was drawing like Nikkei girls and I like zoomed in on someone's ass. Oh my god, there was a really kind of embarrassing moment. I was at Anime Jungle. If anybody's been to Little Tokyo, do y'all know the figure store like Anime Jungle, I think is what it's called? It's like a used figure store, and I was there with Jake and some people, and it was really funny because there was like, we were walking in the back and I see a figure, and it's turned around, and I only see her ass. And next to her is a Nikkei figure. And I was like, oh, is this that? Here, wait, let me see if I can find what I saw first. Hold on. It's the You Memorize figure. Okay, I see this, okay? I see this on the shelf. And I was like, oh, it's the Viper figure. And Jake looks at me like, how do you know that that's Viper? I can't believe you could tell that that's Viper based off her ass. And I was like, whoa. That's not what this is. I promise that's not what this is. And I was like, I know there's only like a few. There's only a few of them. There's only a few you memorized ones, okay? I promise. I'm not crazy. Look it. It's the only one that it could be. These are the other ones. I know that these are the ones that exist. I promise I'm not being sus. I just know because we have the Alice one. And it's not narrow because there's no tail. Please. I promise. I just saw the colors. No. And so now he won't let it go. He's like, Miao is so like, you know, in tune with the Nikkei booty that they can tell which booty's whose. Just based off looks. But the real reason is not that. Although I don't think I'll ever be able to escape the allegations. It's doomed. It's Jowari Des for me. Yeah, I was like, I promise it wasn't that I could tell it was her ass specifically. I just knew it was her figure because I've seen it before. Weh. I promise I'm not that crazy. I'm crazy, but not that crazy. Also, I'm not even like the biggest Viper fan personally. I don't get the appeal of Viper. But if you like her, you like her. I know Sonny likes her. So I'm like, that's fine. I'm just not a Viper fan. I'm not a Viper. I'm not here for Viper. Nothing wrong with her. Just not my thing. She's kinda, I guess Viper fulfills like the yandere trope a little bit, right? I guess that makes a little bit more sense if I think about it like that. Not really my thing. Ruffly skirts and stuff are such a pain to draw. Such a pain. Okay, I think that's fine. Oh wait, actually. I feel like I did this a little bit weird. Okay. I don't know if I like how I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like how I drew this. I think I'm gonna paint all this. And also I think I'm gonna make this a little bigger. Excuse me. Okay. I think her outfit is just confusing me. Maybe I'll just draw her hair first, actually. Maybe that'll help me with my troubles. Maybe she's too bald for me right now. She's got cute little straight bangs. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really bad at drawing bangs at this angle. I don't know what it is. I feel like I always make them look way, like, weirdly shaped. I think part of it is I, like, don't really have the greatest concept of how bangs are supposed to be shaped when they're like this. So I can look at like a million reference photos, but Ugh. Drawing Almond Eye's outfit was not fun. No! Wait, when did you draw Almond Eye? When did you draw Almond Eye? Zen. I think she's so cute. Oh, yeah. Almond Eye's outfit is a little bit crazy. But it's so cute! It's so cute. The things we do for cute girls. I think I'm just too lacking of intelligence for figuring out how to draw things in particular. Actually, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it a little bit different than normal. So do it like this. Sometimes color blocking stuff helps me get a better understanding of the shape. I used to draw like this almost exclusively for bodies and stuff once upon a time, but I've kind of slowly moved away from doing it and try to just do it for like big shapes that I have a harder time comprehending, you know? That's basically it. Almond Eye, but not Hans. You know what I really hate drawing, as much as I love them, is braids. I feel like I'm really not great at drawing braids. Sometimes braid clicks, majority of the time they do not. Yeah, sometimes I draw like the nicest braid, and then I'm like, well, that's my one good braid of the year. Goodbye. I'm never gonna draw a nice braid again. See you next year, guy. I think I made her look like her head's a little too flat. Okay. Progress. Idea. What are y'all's thoughts on this rain sound? I'm using a different one than normal, or than last time. I wasn't sure if I wanted something different. I thought this one was kind of nice. It's very soft. I also don't know if y'all like the rain noise. I find it very peaceful. But I don't know if y'all enjoy the rain noise. I like the softer one since it doesn't clash much with the music would. Is this one soft enough, or do you feel like it's still, is it still too, like, is it still too much? This one's fine? Okay. Yeah, I felt like this one was nice because there's no like sharper, sometimes there's like the like plink plink noise. I don't like that one. I feel like it's a little disruptive. And then there's ones that have like sounds like water's being poured, like dripping off of something. So it's got like that, like constant down sound, like constant, you know, something hitting a pool of water sound. I don't like that sound either. But this one feels very much like white noise. I find myself liking, really... When I listen to something when I work, I either... Or basically, okay, go back. When I work, I either like to work in basically absolute silence, or I like to listen to music with the rain noise. And I rarely ever just do one or the other. But if I like have to lock in, sometimes it's just easier for me to put music on, or like not to not put any music on. I don't know why. Sometimes I just find like the silence just easier to manage and less distracting maybe. But I also feel like a little psychotic just working in silence. I don't know. Cause like, I know that most people like to put music on, but if I'm like super locked in, I would much rather not have any sound. Because I've noticed that when I'm doing my like readings for class and whatnot, I don't want any like additional sound. Sometimes music is too distracting, especially if the singer's touching. Yes, exactly. Like, I used to listen to like instrumental, like orchestra music when I would work, but I found that honestly too distracting for me because I would just get like kind of absorbed in it. And then I switched to video game music, which has helped a lot. And like, that's kind of why I play the lo-fi video game music on stream, partially because it's DMCA free, but also because like game music in general is usually designed to help you focus, right? So I don't typically get too distracted when I put game music on, but I will rarely ever play music with lyrics when I'm working. Basically the only time I listen to music with lyrics is like if I'm driving. Okay, guys, is it just me? Okay, I don't know if I'm crazy, but I look at this and this looks like Grass Wonder to me. Like, this is giving Grass Wonder. No, this is supposed to be Almond Eye. Grass Wonder, what are you doing here? I feel kind of bad. I made Grass Wonder charms and they're not very popular. I think I'm basically sold out of them, I think, but I don't think I'll be restocking her, unfortunately. I don't think she's popular enough. I thought maybe she would be because of the anime and whatnot, but nobody really seems to like Grass Wonder, unfortunately. I drew her as like the tribute to real Grass Wonder, but no one really buys Grass. She's kind of niche in my circles. Yeah, I feel like I feel like Grass Wonder is a horse that people like, but it's not their favorite, you know? Like, maybe in their top 5, but not in their top 3, you know? That kind of thing. Yeah, Real Grass passed away last year. So did Haru. Both passed away kind of recently. It's just gold ship left from his gen? Yeah, I think so. Gold ship? Yeah. Yeah, because Meisho Dodo is still alive, I believe, but Meisho Dodo is the gen after. Yeah, well, you know. Bro freaking he XD'd his career, so. Me as a horse real. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Wait. Okay, let me see if I can pull up Grass Wonder. I think I have a ref of her up here. Okay, I don't know why this feels so Grass Wonder. Grass Wonder has like, she doesn't have blunt bangs. She has like straight bangs, but she still has like a little bit of a middle part on it. I don't know why this is my. Maybe it's just because of the color. I didn't quite do the same color as actual Almond Eyes hair, because I just eyeballed it. Once you get the eyes in, she'll become almond for sure. Yeah. I think it's just like the fact that she doesn't have the outfit on. Honestly, Almond Eye's ears, are they similar to Grass's? Honestly, no. Grass has like skinnier ears. Almond Eye's got like kind of chubbier ears. Like her ears are, yeah. Also, too many Umas share hair and color palette. Yeah. But I think it's just the hair. The hair is just drafted right now. I love the under dye. That's honestly, I really want to dye my hair like under low lights again. I think it's super pretty. It's some of my favorite way to dye my hair, but I don't know if I should dye my hair again. But it's also been a minute. My hair is fried right now. A double deep fried? I don't think my hair is fried. I should cut it. But it's bleached. I bleached my hair white since 2020. Ah. My hair is like single bleached. So it's not super bleached, but I should cut it. I haven't even lightened my hair in a really long time. Wait, is Almond Eye's like headband fluffy? Wait, that's kind of fucking cute. 6 hours of session? Jesus Christ. Could not be me. I don't have the fucking patience. But honestly, mad respect. I like my hair though. Fair. I mean, if you're willing to sit there, that's fine. I just also, because I have really long hair, it would be more $1 billion, so. In COVID, I was like, you know, if it looks stupid, nobody will know, and I was like, whoa, I liked it. That's actually a good time to try things. That's partially the reason why when I taught my roommate how to dye hair, because I was like, you know, if she fucks it up, it's okay. Like, it's not that big of a deal. The only people who will see me is my stream, and I can pretend it's not there. So it was fine. But she ended up doing really well. And I dyed her hair too. I bleached her hair for her too. COVID was like peak. He learned a new skill. Does it not seem like Friday to anyone else? Kind of. Honestly, I was telling Jake this recently, but right now my mental schedule is, do I have class, or it's a class or no class day basically. So today's a no class day, that's all. I'm back to student brain. I have to go back to the tea place and finish the rest of my tea word in about 30 minutes. No, not the tea word. Not the tea word. That's the worst. I wish you luck. I'm trying to draw the full crop of this in case I want to use it for something else, but I don't really know what I would use it for. But I'm doing this for something if I want to use the full body later. Did I draw her braid too thick? I think it's fine. Ugh. I just realized I did not draw Almond Eye's eyebrows. I did not give her eyebrows. Uh-oh. Almond in Wonderland. Here, I'm gonna hide the Kita. Sometimes my hand gets a little sweaty. And it makes it really hard to like move my hand smoothly over my drawing tablet. It's kind of gross. Existence of almond eye implies the existence of almond brow. You're right. I can't wait. When Almond Eye has children, if Almond Eye has children, I want to know Almond Eye's children names. That seems kind of fire. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Did you see the funniest name of a horse I've ever seen? I wonder if we're thinking about the same horse. What's the horse's name? Yeah. I don't think the name of the horse that I'm thinking of is able to be said on stream. But I'll say it's topical. And I still cannot believe. Ah, yeah, same horse, yeah. Yeah. That is such an insane choice, because they had other options. They had other options, but they went... They had other options, and yet they really went for that one. I know. That is such a choice and a half. Unfortunately, I can believe that it happened, which is the most unfortunate thing, but it's still insane. Have I ever told you guys that when I was a kid, I wanted to be a horse? Just like straight up. I just wanted to be a horse. Instead, I ended up as a cat. Unfortunate. I still think about what? I just wanted to be a horse. Is that so bad? Is that so bad? What? Surely I'm not the only person who had thoughts like that, right? I can't be the only kid who wanted to be like some animal. I feel like horse is like one of the cooler choices. My little cousin also wanted to be a horse. Instead, she became a vet. See, that was gonna be me. And then I became allergic to cats. So then I was like, shit, I can't be a vet anymore. This is too doomed. I think I would have become a vet if I didn't become allergic to cats. I think I would have gone into veterinarian school. I got my dreams killed pretty early because I wanted to be a vet for like so long, and then towards the end of elementary school, I became really allergic to cats, and that killed my dreams. I literally told my parents I wanted to be a car when I grew up. I was like 4 or 5 or something. See, horse is so reasonable. Horse is so reasonable. My best friend in elementary school had 9 cats. Oh yeah, my best friend had 2 or 3, I think, and that's in one morning I suddenly became allergic because I had a cat that had kittens once, so I had 5 cats at one point. But before that, I was fine, and then suddenly one day I just became allergic, and then it was sad. And then I was just a sad cat. I used to sleep over at his house every weekend, and then one fucking night, July 4th, 2007, my eyes were swollen shut. That's basically what happened to me! Except I also started asphyxiating, which is arguably not great to happen. But, you know, I was, upsetting. My ass went to the city fireworks show wearing sunglasses at 8 p.m. I had to go to school. And, like, I had to go to school, and I was, like, cannot breathe. And they were, like, not sure what to do. So I just stayed in the nurse's office the whole day. I don't asphyxiate, but I do sneeze and sneeze hard. Yeah. It was just because, so basically what had happened is one morning, my best friend's mom was taking me to school, right? Because my parents had to go work further out. Like, they had, like, a conference thing farther away. And so, in the morning, we were just hanging out and, like, petting the cats. And then my best friend shoved her face into her cat. And I was like, wait, that looks so fun. I want to do that, too. And I've played with her cats a lot. And I shoved my face into her cat's fur. And, that was a bad decision. Because then my body decided it was time to be allergic. And, my face swelled up. I could not breathe. I started breaking out into hives. I was like, uh-oh. And it was like, right as we were about to leave, like, this was like the goodbye cat, we're going to school now. And I was like, uh-oh. And I'm like in the car trying to pretend everything's fine, and as soon as I get to school, I'm like, I should go to the nurse's office, and then I spend the whole day in the nurse's office. I sneezed a cloud of blood. It was both terrifying and metal. Holy shit. Oh god. I feel like I should lean her head more. Is this fine? I feel like her face feels a little bit off. Maybe I feel that way because her cheek feels like that? Hold on. How do I adjust her cheek? Yeah, it's very unfortunate when I became allergic to cats. Because I really do like cats. Also, it's just extra silly. Because my name is Miao. So like, the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, what is this? What is this world-class irony? I do think I'd be a cat person if I didn't fucking die. I don't think I'd be a cat person. I like both. I like both cats and dogs. But I don't like not having a choice. I don't like the fact that I basically don't have a choice in what what I can actually, like, you know, give lots of love to. I love my dogs, don't get me wrong, but I love playing with cats. It's such a different mindset. It is different. It is different. Also, like, the fact that I adopted a dog, but then instead I got a child was, like, a little bit crazy. Like, Panko, that is just a child. That is a human child. The way he sleeps like a human, that's just a child. So, you know. I really like when my friends' cats get affectionate and rub themselves on your leg. My dogs do that. My dogs just do that. I don't know what it is, but Meow Pup taught Panko that the way to show affection is to shove your face into someone's legs. I can pet a cat, but I have to disinfect and sterilize. That is so real. If I touch a cat, or if someone, like, has come back from like, if Jake goes to someone's house and they have a cat, like, as soon as he gets home, I'm like, shower right now, shower. Like, you have to shower. I cannot shower, and your laundry goes straight into the washing machine. Like, it cannot go touch the other washing machine right now. It's like necessary, or I'll just die. Just die. Yeah, instant quarantine. Ah! Ah! How does this look like? So sad when my cat owner friends have parties and invite me, and I either have to decline or find, like, the least carpeted room and sit on the hardwood of plastic chairs with no upholstery. Yeah, I just take allergy medicine and pray, and then I'll bring a Benadryl with me, and I'm like, if it gets too bad, I'll take this, and someone has to, like, cart me home, okay? And I was like, excuse me, what? Yeah, I didn't end up going to, like, a New Year's party because the person had, like, 4 cats, and I was like, oh, if it was, like, 1, maybe I could, but I think I don't think I can handle, like, a house with multiple cats. Like, if it's 1 cat, usually I can survive. Like, I'll take allergy medicine, and I'm like, alright, it's gonna be a little uncomfy, but, like, we'll make it through. But if it's more than that, it's pretty hard. I feel it on a spiritual level. Yeah. It's like, I want to hang out, but, like, I can't. I just can't. Does this make sense? I hate taking pennies though because they knock me the fuck out. Same. Also, they're not very good for you. They've been doing a lot more research on Benadryl, and Benadryl's really bad for your body. So like, you can take it if you absolutely need it, but I would avoid taking it if possible. It's like really, really hard on your body. So that's my medical advice for today. My only medical advice. Do not, I repeat, do not take Benadryl unless necessary. That shit is fucking awful for you. Yeah, you can look into it. They've been doing more research recently, so it's not like super like, not like it's common knowledge or anything like that. But it's very not good for you. I normally avoid meds, save for Tylenols or Advils here and there, but allergy meds are solely used for an emergency. You could take things like Claritin or like the daily allergy medications. They're not quite as bad for you, like the normal antihistamines, but Benadryl in particular just has some really, really strong chemicals in it, or like strong ingredients in it that are just really hard on your body to process, I believe, and so it's just not advised. And I think part of the problem too with Benadryl is that Benadryl is kind of overprescribed because, especially, so I learned this because of my, like where I used to work, right? When I worked in the clinic, like basically when places are lower income or like essentially don't have as much like funding or whatsoever, or basically their supply is relatively limited, sometimes they'll prescribe Benadryl for other purposes like insomnia and whatnot because of the side effects of Benadryl, but that's not great on your body to be taking Benadryl for insomnia purposes, especially if you're taking it semi-regularly. So that's a big reason why it's like extra precautionary, because people will do that, and doctors will have to do that because that's just, you know, like it's supposed to be a short-term solution for a problem, but some people get into like a habit of using it, so it's not good for you. Do not do that. Seems like a fast way to get featured. Yeah, also like, if anyone has ever heard this before, like Benadryl, you know how some people like to try to trip on like OTCs? A trip on Benadryl is literally the most negative time ever. Some people actually just off themselves because they realize like the trip is like demonic and terrifying. So yeah, do not trip on Benadryl. Yeah, it's like, yeah, some people, I mean, I think you could look this up. It basically, like, people who trip on Benadryl or people's experience tripping on Benadryl, it's like living their worst nightmare, and it lasts a really long time. So, like, I don't know. To me, that was, like, a good enough sign to be like, alright, no Benadryl for me. And then more recent studies have come out, and I'm like, that's good. I'm good on Benadryl, actually. I have to keep it, I have to hold on to it, but I don't, I try to avoid using it if I can. I just realized Almond Eye has like Pokemon trainer gloves, which is kind of hype. Like specifically the fingerless gloves with the strap. Almond Eye is a Pokemon trainer confirmed. Those gloves are like so used in every anime, but only starts looking funny when you see people wearing them IRL. I mean, it's like biker gloves, basically. They're biker gloves that are really easy to take off and put on. When I was living in Thailand, I wore them because it was like just easy to put on and off, and because it gave enough grip to hold on without making my hands like giga fucking sweaty, you know? Workout gloves, yeah, for same reasons, right? So, yeah. I wear them because I like climbing things. Oh yeah, I guess that would make sense. Definitely gave my parents a panic attack sitting on 3-story high trees in grade school. Oh my god, I loved climbing trees. I loved climbing trees, and then the problem, guys, is I think some of you guys know this. I have a fear of falling. I'm not scared of heights. I specifically have a fear of falling. Like, being unstable on my feet and the chance of falling, that is terrifying. Like, I hate going on like piers and docks and stuff and like bridges because I don't want to fall. Like, even if there's like water underneath, I just don't want to fall. Like, my friends, when we went to Hawaii, learned really fast that I'm terrified of falling. Like I'm okay if you put me, like, I went to Taipei 101 and went to the top and I was like, this is sick as fuck because I'm not gonna fall. I can look at the bottom, blah, blah, blah. But like, you put me on like a tall bridge, even if it's the most sturdy motherfucker in the world, I'm like, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fucking die. So, me, little kitten Miao, baby Miao, goes up and climbs trees because it's fun, and then it's time to get off the tree. I don't know how to get down. I'm too scared to jump down. I'm too scared. What do I do? How do I get out of tree? And say, you would think I would learn. You would think I would learn to not climb into trees if I know that I am too scared to get down, but nope. I never learned my lesson. I would always climb trees because it was fun. And then I'm like, uh-oh. Guys? Guys? What do? I'm stuck. That happened probably weekly. Probably weekly. Hello, Min, how are you? And it's Miao, not Yuen. I'm Miao. My name is Miao. Meow, 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 like cat meow. Internalized 2005 Spider-Man just like swinging. Oh, we had like a rope swing at my house when I was younger, and my brother and I always like screamed about being like Tarzan. That's like a core memory. Yeah, my name's Miao. I'm Miao. I didn't realize how many details were on Almond Eye's outfit, actually. There's a lot more than I thought. My neighbor owned a bunny and we used to play with it, but one day it bit me and I cried, not because it hurt, but because I thought I was gonna have rabbit powers and I thought that was lame. Like, what am I gonna jump really That's pretty fair. That's pretty fair. Honestly, you'd be really good at hiding. Also, you would have a really easy time having a heart attack. Those are your superpowers. Oh, you could kick really hard though. Bunnies can kick really freaking hard. I used to have bunnies. And when I was like younger, I think bunnies were my first pet. And damn, can they kick fucking hard. Yeah! Bro was like a drummer. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to draw a hand. How to draw tiny fucking hands. Yeah, bunnies are... Honestly, I think bunnies are super cute. We need more bunny girl VTubers in the world. That's my hot take of today. There's not enough bunny girls. Some people may say otherwise, but I think we need more bunny girls. And you know what else we need? We need more cat boys. We need more cat boys. I wish there were more. I feel like I want more Kanono Mimi in general. I think they're cute. My Final Fantasy ass is inclined to disagree. Oh, I see. All the cat boys are played by. That's pretty, yeah, okay. That's very funny and very fair. Isn't there a bunny race in Final Fantasy 2? No, Final Fantasy 14 also? Vera? Isn't there? It's kind of newish, right? In the past like year or something that they came out. I've never played Final Fantasy anything, honestly. Although I've gone to the concert. I'm kind of a fraud. I got to be in the same room as Yoko Shimomura. Ugh. Core memory. Ugh. Yoko Shimomura. Ugh. Composer that has my whole heart. Yeah, I've never played any Final Fantasy games. Just listened to a lot of the music, honestly. My friend escorted Nobu Umatsu and Yoshitaka Amano around LA during AX. Oh, wow! That's cool. Nobu Umatsu is also a legend of all time. Yeah, I think it was at Anime NYC that I got to go to the Final Fantasy concert. He works for Guest of All. Oh! You gotta escort them? Oh. I don't really... I think I'm a little too stupid, actually. Wait. What if I... Wait, I think I'm actually dumb. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, my brain is like negative functioning. Hold on. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Did anyone get to go to the Stardew Valley concert? Either of them? I went to the more recent one. I think it was Festival of Seasons? Something like that. It's very, very good. I wasn't sure if I would like particularly inherently enjoy it because I played like a good amount of Stardew, but I'm not like a super fan of Stardew. or anything, but I thought the concert was great. And it made me honestly like really miss performing. It made me miss performing in an orchestra, and it made me miss playing a lot, and it just reminded me a lot of like you know, when I used to be I played semi-pro and stuff, and it's just like a old days. And so I don't know, I got very nostalgic watching. And part of me wants to, like, I always say I want to go back to playing, but first of all, I don't even have my cello with me right now. I haven't picked it up from my parents' place since I've moved. But I don't know. Guys, I'm breaking her hand. I literally don't know how to fucking draw a hand like this. Like, the loose grip, the loose hand, my brain not working. I hated performing, but it was fun. I loved performing. I loved competition, and I just loved all of it. It was just so much fun. I like singing on stage now, though, as a VTuber. Funny enough, I'm terrified of that. First of all, I think I'm the opposite, because I'm like, I'm not as confident singing, because I'm an instrumentalist, and so I want to get better at singing. I really, really do, and I've been trying to be better about like releasing covers and stuff like that and practicing and whatever, but it's also been really hard because ever since I think 2024, like, my hearing has substantially gotten worse, and so, you know, it's kind of scary when my hearing, like, my ears have problems, and like my problems flare up, and then I can't sing, and then it make me sad. But yeah. I'm a cover mixer. Let's make a project. I'm doing a duo past hour where like I have to edit the video together. Ooh, yeah. I'm actually working on 2 right now, so maybe after. I usually do the art for it and then like do some vocals as well. Unless you want to mix one of my covers, it's top secret. I haven't found a mixer for it yet. I'll message you. It's kind of a hype project. I'm very excited about it, but I'm just behind. Yeah. I'll reach out. I want to do art for a cover one day. Me too. I want to do art for someone's cover. That's not my own, and that I actually know about. Throwback to CB, when I didn't even know, when I was baby Miao was a baby Vocaloid art fan, did not know. Baby Utaite, not actually singing. Friend asks me to cover for art because somebody bailed. Video goes up. I will never know where the frick frack that thing is. Never in my life. I have no clue. I literally, somewhere on YouTube, I did the art for a CB back in 2012 or something. Did not even know what a CB was. Anyway. I want to do art for somebody else's cover. That'd be so fire. But Tora, if you ever want to work on any of my projects, you can join me. You can join me if you want to help a cat get content out because I'm slow. I unfortunately am poor, so I can only offer trades, service trades. That's all I can do. Yeah. I will trade services. Unfortunately, I'm in a barter economy only at this time. You're trading me the experience? I'm paying you an experience? Damn, that's even worse than paying an exposure. That's even worse. Down to do mix / art trade? Yeah. As long as you don't have, like, strict deadlines, because I'm quite busy, but if you have flexible deadlines, I'm more than happy to help and work on that stuff. Yeah. In some ways, my schedule has freed up to do more personal projects, but in other ways, I have no fucking time, so... But in, like, the real world, since I don't have time, so, like, I can do personal projects over, like, merch and stuff, but, I don't have, like, infinite time. These covers I had mixed for the better part of 2+ years now. I just don't have the money to freely throw it at artists. Oh, okay. Yeah. Please just let me know. Just message me. I'd be more than happy. Yeah. If you want to see some of the other cover stuff that I've done, it's on my YouTube. But I didn't do the MoGraph stuff. That was all Jan. Jan did all the MoGraph, but I did the art. So that's why I'm slow and why I have 2 covers pending, is because I have to do the art still. And so I've basically given everyone who's, like, since it's a group cover, I've given everyone who's working on it, like, ample time to just fuck around until they want to work on it. Because I'm like, I'm drawing too many people. This is going to take me an eon and a half. Like, I apologize in advance. So hopefully they don't think I'm just a slacker and I'm not working on it. It's just I'm slow. But yeah, I definitely want to work on more music stuff in general. Yeah, I have not a lot of confidence in my singing. And then when my hearing started getting worse again too, it was extra hard for me to feel confident in singing. And I think mentally I was really terrified, because it was like, I don't know, I guess part of me is like, you know, a big part of who I am is a musician, and what if I can't hear? What if I can't hear anymore? Like, what am I if I don't have that, you know? And I know that, like, you could be like, well, Mozart was deaf, and I'm like, yeah, well, I'm not fucking tough, I can't feel them vibrations, okay? Like, so, yeah, it was just really scary and tough. I'm terrified of losing my hearing as well. I've always had, not great hearing. Like, I've always had, like, tinnitus and stuff. Like, I've had hearing problems. But I would say in my right ear, I have, like, 80% hearing. So I'm, like, missing a good chunk of my hearing on that side. I have really bad tinnitus now. Yeah, I've had tinnitus probably my whole life. But yeah, it got really bad back in 2024 or something like that. And ever since then, I've just had, like, immense fear that it gets worse. You know? This hand doesn't look stupid, but it looks stupid. Does that make sense? I don't have a diagnosis or a tested hearing loss, but I do know that I can't hear people whispering really quiet anymore, so I'm sure there's something there. Yeah, I have to put a sign up at cons that tell people to yell at me because I'm fucking deaf. I'm a little embarrassed by it, but I kind of need it. Yeah. I have a really great combo of really bad audio processing and hearing impaired. So even when I can hear something, it's like 50-50 chance on if I even understood what the fuck you just told me. There's a chance I have literally no idea what you just said. Couple of the facts is that I kind of make a lot of earaches. My ear gets clogged here and there, and I clean that. Yeah, that's fair. I don't have inherently that problem. I just get ear infections all the time, which is not the same. Yeah. It's okay, it's okay. I'm working with the doctor to get it sorted out. So we're gonna get updates soon on that. Never had an ear infection? That shit is so painful. Ear infections are literally the fucking worst. I feel like I'm making this look worse. I'm just sitting here for the past like 20 minutes drawing a goddamn fucking hand and it's not happening. It depends what type of ear infection you have, because you can have an outer, middle, or inner ear infection, and each one is more significantly harder to deal with and more painful. Most people get get middle ear infections, so that's like swimmer's ear. Swimmer's ear is usually middle ear. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Why can't I draw? What if I just did something? What if I just did a different hand? What if I just said fuck that, and then what if I did like a... I think for the other one, just move the pinky back a bit, and then the palm line just back to match with the... it's okay, I'll just change the hand pose. I think my brain is too fried to attempt it again. Alright. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. Dungeon. Pretend I didn't spend like an hour on that, okay? That was just, you know, it just happens, okay? Anyway, moving on to Ruffles. Excuse me, oh my god, I'm getting attacked by hiccups. Wait, maybe I should... Okay. And then let's do this. I actually really enjoy drawing ruffles and stuff. I don't draw them often. It depends on the type of ruffle. I think because I've got a little bit of cosplayer seamstress brain, my brain's like, I gotta get the type of ruffle right. I gotta get the pleats right. If it's like a knife pleat or if it's a box cut, I have to get those right. And that's the worst part because I can only really draw like one or two types of ruffles, but there's a lot. So then that's my trouble. That's my problem. Is that I don't want to draw. I'm like, I want it to be accurate, but then it causes me pain. Then I am pain because then I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay. It's also really freaking warm in my office. Like stummy warm. Oh my gosh. It's like starting to heat up again, and I'm like, no, please. Can we just have it cool for a little longer, please? I'm so over it. It looks like a butterfly. I think I also need to make it bigger, honestly. go lower? I thought it was at her waist. Maybe it's just bigger? It's actually really big of a bow. I'm realizing. I think it's just a big ass bow. Am I missing things? I'm missing things. Oh no. She's got a little keyhole. And then that's fine. What else am I missing? Oh, she's got a bow? Oh, it's not really a bow. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think I am understanding. So that'll be the bow, and then that's her hair, or her tail. And then... Oh, I have some accessories I haven't drawn of hers yet. She has, like, a few. What if I... Okay, now time to erase certain sections that are covered by her hair so that it is easier to see. Okay, and then hair erase. Erase this, erase this. Okay, it's starting to come together. Okay, and then I need the last of her accessories, I think, and then I might adjust her eyes, because, like, I'm looking at Kita, and Kita's eyes are, like, very rounded, you know? I feel like I didn't do Almond Eye's eyes very... They don't feel very, like, cute. They look... like, her pupils don't seem too large? I don't know. Why did I decide to draw 2 Umas with stupidly crazy outfits? Like, why did I do this to myself? Why would I do this to myself? Do I hate myself or something? Like, what was the purpose, Miao? Miao, why would you do this? Oh, accessories. Zoom. Okay, she's got 2 little cute little hair clippies here. And then she's got the Mitsubishi logo. Not actually, but kind of. How do I even draw this? Yeah, okay. And then this one is like a... Okay. Is that all her hair accessories? Or all of her accessories? I think so. Holy moly. Okay. Woo! And wouldn't you think that is crazy that that's only the sketch? Because I was like, her outfit's too complicated for me to just try to like wing it, you know? Alright. Time to line. Let me see, hold on. Kira's eyes, okay, and then almond eyes. Okay. Okay. Alright, okay. I'm so warm in my office. I want to open the door. Why is it so hot in here? PC-kun, why'd you do this to me? I didn't realize, but Almond Eye has like patterns in her eyes. Like in her eyelashes. That's so cool. She's so pretty. Yeah, she's so pretty. Oops. Oh, hold on. Does this look like it makes sense? I'm always unsure of how to approach like certain eye angles with chibis to make it look dramatic but like make sense still. So I'm struggling. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna burp real quick. Hello. I went to the bathroom and then I realized that Meow Pup also needed to go to the bathroom, so I just let her out. Silly puppy doesn't know how to use dog door. Alright. Boy. Okay. Okay, I actually almond eyes. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make her whole eye like a darker brown instead of the black. They actually do this very similar like highlighting to the eyes that I do a lot. How do I want to do this? Okay. Okay, and then her design on her eyes is so cute. Let's do this. And then each of these is like actually a little more white than that. And then hold on. I'm gonna try to make it a little more solid. And then the tips of it are like similar red to what I use for the outside parts. Alright, I think that's fine. No one is going to be able to see this but me. Literally, no one's gonna even know this is here, except for me and y'all. But you know what? That's okay. Oops. Okay, and then back to like that whitish color. And she's got like actually, I'm gonna make them a little bigger than they are in the other ones so they stand out a little bit more. I'm gonna move this. I want to put this at like the apex of the curve. She's so cute! What the heck? How is Almond Eye so freaking cute? I want to be as cute as Almond Eye. That's the dream. One day I will be as cute as Almond Eye. And then she's so cute. Ah. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a little. Add a little purple highlight. And then okay, wait, let me. Oh yeah. That's my favorite thing to do. Just have it like that and just like leave it, and then everyone's like, "Wow, that looks terrifying." I'm like, "Thanks." Wow, this is so fucking pixelated. Okay, oh well, that's fine. I think I made her eyebrows like a little angy. But I don't think you'll be able to see them. I told my model wants just to be pure black pupils and... Oh! You have a toggle on that's like that? That's kind of hype. I have a very funny toggle on my full body that I've made, but obviously my full body is not real at this time. I'll just not draw eyebrows yet. I think that's my plan. Okay. Here, we'll give her her really pretty space eyes now. Oh my god, her eyes are so... I'm never gonna get over her eyes. I'm literally never getting over them. This shit is too pretty. How do I even fucking... How... Whoops. What the... Alright, let me think. Let me see. All my artist friends that peek at Uma love Almond Eye. She's so pretty. They just made such a pretty Uma. They just made like such a gorgeous freaking Uma. I don't know. They went crazy. Okay. So I'm trying to mentally think about how I want to draw her eyes, because her eyes are unique eyes, and I have a pretty standard way of drawing eyes. So I'm gonna try to mesh the two styles together a little bit. She's got like, honestly, it's kind of like a Miao color. Looks like a texture like this. Okay, I'm gonna make this overlay. Nope. Glow? Question mark? Ah! I don't like any of these textures. This one? I don't fucking like any of these. What if I just do this as normal? Oh, I'm on the wrong fucking tool. I was like, why is it doing this to me? Maybe a little much on this. And then, okay, what I want to do is get this shit again, then this, and she's got it a little outlined by blue, so it stands out a little bit more, I think. But I think I'll do like the darker blue. Oh no! is just a bit. And then I don't know if I want that like that. Okay, whatever. I'll just remove that for now. I like how I'm just full fucking rendering her eyeball instead of drawing the rest of it. Cause he's so cute. I don't know. Does that look silly? I think I'm not gonna have this part. I think this detracts from like the rest of it. Okay, I think that's better. What way does the sparkle go? Okay. And then Does this look okay? I asked Jake to send me a picture of his Terraria PC case from earlier, and this guy freaking sends me this, guys. He sends me this. He's like, this is what it looks like. He just sends a freaking picture of Ponko. But his PC case looks like this. It's very cool. Yeah, it's the Starforge one. And then our friend built it. Yeah, I'll just wait. It's warm. It's so warm in here. I'm gonna go turn the AC on. Burp. 1 second. He has the Starforge one. Yeah. And then our friend who built the PC for him, made a Terraria house cutout in here, like for his water cooling. It's very cool. The case is super sick. Big fan. Yeah. Alright, time to attempt to draw, do her line art and be sad about it. I turned the AC on because it was really freaking hot and I was dying. Is this the functional equivalent of a Natasha? Maybe. Does that mean I have like a PC Natasha of Miao? So I actually am getting to live my dreams of having a Natasha. I guess I don't have a rap, but like. I still, y'all, my dream in life is to have a MiaoYuen is someone to make a MiaoYuen, but I want it on a fucking truck. For no other reason than I think trucks are obnoxious, like most giant trucks are obnoxious and unnecessary, but I just think it would be so fucking funny to have this big ass truck that's just got Miao on it. Like this pink little cat girl. I don't know. I just think that would be so comical. That's my dream. It's been my dream since day one. Hi.
Hi.
It's so hot.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm roasting alive.
I roasted a little.
I'm actively roasting. Do you like my almond eye?
The Uma?
Yeah.
I don't know what she looks like, but the eyes are cool.
Her boobs are on my screen.
Her eyes are there too. Jeez. Those eyes are crazy. That's what her eyes actually look like.
Yeah, they do.
That's wild.
Yeah. Here, this is some
like
sick
an
fan art.
Anime protagonist.
Yeah, she's like in in Oshinoko.
What's that?
Yeah.
Oh.
The idol anime.
Oh.
Yeah, she's got one of the special eyes.
Wow, they look like almonds.
Whoa. She's got eyes.
Do you know how late you're streaming?
I probably finish soon because we wanted to get Girl Scout cookies
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
before I have to leave.
Yeah, that'd be good.
You're like, yes, I need Girl Scout cookies. We should leave soon.
Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah, understandable.
Bye.
Okay, bye. I just let her out.
Okay, one response, she gagged on her floor.
Oh. Lovely.
She was happy.
Yeah, she seems pretty happy about it. It's so warm. It's so freaking warm. Not gonna lie, I did not realize what time it was. I have not been paying attention to the clock at all. I've just been like sitting here vibing and drawing. But I do have places to be. Okay. I just want to line her head basically before I end. Oh my gosh, for Galentine's, they were like, dress code preferred is you wear pink, red, or white. And I'm like, looks at my closet. I own black and black and black and yup. I have one pink thing. And it's in the wash. Ah. So I'm gonna borrow a red hoodie from Jake, but it's so fucking hot. Ah. I don't know. It's probably not actually that hot outside, and I'm just getting roasted alive by the Miao machine. But you know. Part of me. I think I overcomplicated her hair. Like, I feel like I don't need to make it like this much for how I've been trying to draw all the shit. Like, I've been trying to like simplify a little bit, and then I'm out here fucking doing too much. I feel like I could simplify this a little bit into like smaller or like bigger pieces, you know? Is this fine? Okay, I think that simplification is fine. Okay. I think I just have a habit of overdoing it with hair, specifically. So I'm trying to avoid doing that. I make this a little less dramatic? There we go. Okay, and then... Oops. Urgh. Part of me isn't happy with the smile. What if I just made her like, where's the layer? I don't label my fucking layer because I only layer the goddamn freaking folders. What if I just did it like this? Instead of like this stupid smile, what if I did this? What if I did this type of smile? She looks kind of silly. I think I need to make the lips a little thicker. I think I need to. I do think I like these type of lips more, or mouth shape, but yeah, I think I like this mouth shape more. I feel like I went through this mentally with Kita. How I like ended up changing the eyes up. I wonder if I should try it again here. Hold on. What if I do this, merge, and then da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. I think the closed lips suit the pose. I wanted the grin, because I feel like that also is fitting, like the smirk, but I feel like I'm not very good at drawing like chibis with the open, like a teeth smirk, you know? I think, part of this, actually, is I think I need to make this part a little less. So then it looks less like she's got pupils underneath, because I don't think she should have that visible. think this is actually better, and then if I really want to, I can do this. And then da-na-na-na. I wonder if I made the sparkle too sharp, and that's what feels weird about it. Oh, did I, wait, hold on. I'm confused now. Wait. Oh, oops. Okay, wait, hold on. Pause. Is it this layer? Okay, what if I pause? I think it was just too sharp, maybe? Hold. Actually, I'll make this a little smaller so it doesn't go out of lines too much. And then I'll make this one even a little smaller too. And then da-na-na. Oh, why is my brain broken? Okay, wait. Rasterize, fill, and fill. Okay, I think this is better. I think that the sharpness was a little too much with like the rest of the chibi stuff, so I think this is better. I think this is better. And then I think I should redo the little Why do I feel like I don't like her face shape? I've been sitting here like unsure about her face shape this whole freaking time. Rah! I don't know what's wrong with it. Okay, whatever. I'll come back to it. I'll come back to it later and figure it out later kind of maneuver. Alright, I'll probably just line her arm and then I'll probably go ahead and end stream just because it is past 5 p.m. and I got places to be today. Good chibi style, but I think trying to make it more almond eye style. Like, what do you mean? Which part are you referring to? Oops. These look like those like mustaches back in like 2010 that people were obsessed with. I meant, are you talking about the face shape or like the eyes? I don't really know. I guess I can make it a little sharper, but I don't really know how that would work. I feel called out. What is that line? If you leave an insult in the ground, the right person's gonna pick it up or something like that. I don't remember the saying exactly. Anyway. Jajam! Alright, that's as much as we got done today. I don't know. Almond eye is so complicated. I didn't think I was gonna take this long to do this, but Alright. Let's go ahead and save and let's go find somebody to raid. Anybody online? Mina is live. Mina is playing Minecraft. Oh, with Kana. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and raid Mina on Twitch. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, everybody. I really appreciate it. I'll be back maybe Monday, maybe Wednesday. I don't know yet 100%, but until then, I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, or whatever is wherever you are. Bye, everybody. Have a good weekend. Bye. Wait, for some reason it's not letting me raid Mina. Oopsies. So, shit. Okay, we're gonna go raid Dungeon Lounge. Say hi to my children for me. Okay, bye!